Oh, hi there. No, I'm joking. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to start filming again because I haven't filmed in quite a while, so I was feeling inspired to get back into it. I've been doing traveling, working full-time, so it's been very hard to be it's hard to feel inspired. I've been feeling very blah lately, so I'm trying to get right back into it. Hopefully this video will encourage me to do so. So I'm super excited to film. I don't know, I feel a little bit nervous because I haven't done this in a while, but I just have to get back into the rhythm of doing so and just find my flow. I don't know if flow is the word I wanted to use, but just find my rhythm and find like what's suitable for me and in the shape of filming wise. Okay. Now that summer's over and we've entered into fall, here in New York it does get pretty cold. Like the past couple weeks it's been freezing, and now this week it wants to go back into the spring category. Like it's in the high 60s, which is weird because just last week it was in the 40s and 50s and it was freezing. But anyways, this weather is bipolar. As a New Yorker, you already know that it comes with the territory, so there's not much we could do about it, you know. But yeah, so now that it's fall, I'm trying to get back into doing my everyday glam. I tried doing my makeup the other day because I came back from Mexico, and I don't know, it's just not hitting the same. It was not hitting the way it was supposed to hit. Like my makeup was not looking the way I intended for it to look. It was just looking very like not it. So I want to give it a second try. I want to see if it's my products that I've just outgrown. I don't even want to call it favorites anymore because like I said, it hasn't been hitting the way it's supposed to. So we're gonna give it a try and see if it's still my favorite products because I haven't used them consecutively in a while. So we're gonna try now, and I'm just gonna put my hair back. Okay, so I have super dry skin. My skin is so dry, especially in the fall and the winter. It gets nasty. If I don't take care of my skin, it gets nasty. All right, so I clearly use a primer, and the primer I'm gonna use today is the Milk Hydro Grip. This primer, you know, before I purchased it, I seen everyone raving about it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna warm it up with my fingers. I seen everyone rave about it, and I was like, okay, obviously I peer pressure. I fell into peer pressure, and I purchased it. I purchased it a while back, and I hadn't used it for a good minute after purchasing it because I'm that type of person, clearly. So I wasn't using it, and then I was like, wait, I purchased it. I'm gonna use it. I put just a little bit more because I didn't put it in my nose and my forehead. So I have been using it, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't see a significant difference. Like without this primer and with this primer, I haven't seen a significant difference. And I have 3 foundations. So quick backstory, I purchased this foundation, this Too Faced Born This Way foundation. The first time I purchased it because once again I fell into peer pressure and everybody was raving about it, so I decided to purchase it. And when I used it, the product was horrible. Like the product itself was not good whatsoever. The product, I hated it. I didn't see what everyone was raving about. I didn't see the hype around it. It just was always breaking apart. It wasn't sticking to my nose. It was breaking apart around here. Like, it was a noticeable. So then I was like, okay, well, wasting my money, cool. It's not working for me how it's working for everyone else, and everyone's in love with it, but clearly I'm hating it. So it's time to move on to a new foundation. So then I purchased the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. It's filthy. Don't judge me. And I purchased the NARS one, and I love the NARS one, okay? Like, it was working for me. It was doing wonders. I had no problems with it. It was not breaking apart. It was actually long wear. It was looking good throughout the day. Ah! I dropped the lid. It was looking good throughout the day, so no problems, no complaints about it. And then because I'm a sociopath, I decided to get another foundation because I was like, okay, in the summer I do get a little bit of color. I'm as pale as snow, but in the summer I do get a tad bit of color, and I feel like the 2 shades I got before does not match my summer color. So then I got the Cover FX Power Play foundation, and this one was just as good. Like, I had no issues with it. Coverage was great, working fantastic. I'm shaking it, by the way. And Yeah, but I haven't used it since last summer, and I'm pretty sure it has an expiration date, but we're gonna keep using it because we're nasty like that. Let's just move past it. But I don't know which foundation I want to use. I'm in between the NARS and the Cover FX. Like, I feel like the NARS is really true, but the Cover FX is a little orange, which I'm tanned, but I don't think I'm that tan. We're gonna go with the NARS one. Okay, let's see if it works out. So I'm just gonna put 2 pumps on my hands. I'm gonna dot it. I'm not gonna put a lot because I don't want to be cakey, but I'm just gonna put it where I see I have some blemishes, and we're just gonna, oh, a little bit on my forehead. I don't put too much foundation on my forehead. I don't break out on my forehead, thank God, so I don't have to put that much product on it. But the rest of my face, I don't put that much either. Like, if you see, I just have redness, and then I have some blemishes from some breakouts I was just getting over, you know, the time of the month. So yeah, we're gonna listen. I just came back from Mexico, and this is my second time ever going to Mexico, and let me tell you, it's such a dream to be over there. Like, I wish I could work from home because I would have stood longer. I would have generally stood so much longer. I probably would have stood like a good 2 months. Like, last time, my first time I went to Mexico, I stood for a month. It was me and my boyfriend, and we stood for a month, and it was the best vacation ever. Like, we quit our jobs and we just decided to go to Mexico just like that. It was the best decision we've made, quitting our job at Best Buy and just taking a month-long vacation in Mexico and going around the cities. Like, 10 out of 10 recommend. We were staying with family, so it just made things easier. It was just amazing. We went to Cancun, we went to Lower Mexico, we went to the district, we were in the mountains, we did skydiving. It was such an adventure. Like, I vlogged some of it, so I could just have that footage, you know. Like, those are memories you're gonna cherish forever. And let me tell you, that was the best time of my life. Like, that is the first thing I've ever done that's been that spontaneous, and I've taken such a big risk doing that, and I don't regret it. It's looking good so far. So far, let's keep our fingers crossed. So, concealers. Let's jump into concealers. I have been using my NARS Radiant Concealer for years now. I did have the Tarte Shape Tape. I actually still have it. And I don't know, once again, it was very overhyped, but the product wasn't working for me. Like, I just seen it was too cakey, very dry. It would just flake off sometimes. Like, it was not appealing whatsoever. So I was like, okay, no, I need a new concealer. So I got myself the NARS Radiant Concealer, and it's been heaven sent. Like, this concealer, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. It doesn't have the most full coverage, but it has enough. And if you do want more full coverage, just put the concealer, let it sit, blend it out, and then just add like another layer. Don't need too much, honestly. And I just recently purchased Patrick Starr's brand, One Size, and it's been good, but I just think I got a shade too light. It makes me look very pale, because each time I wear it, people just tell me you look more pale than usual, and if that's their way of telling me that my makeup doesn't match, then I'm hurt. So I got the shade medium. I thought medium would be a perfect shade to highlight. I guess it's not for all over the face type of shade, but it's fine. It is what it is. I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Concealer. And then to highlight, I'm just going to add a bit of the One Size. So I just put right here on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to put some of my blemishes right here. And if I need more, I can just always add. And I'm going to put, like, I have a blemish there. I have a blemish here. Here, and then my nose, of course. Don't put too much because my product does not stay on my nose. And we're just gonna do 3 lines on our forehead, and we're gonna let the concealer sit for a little while just to add a bit more coverage without having to add on more product. And this technique, I did get it from Jackie Aina. She's game changer. Like, her techniques be so bomb. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are so uneven. Like they're like cousins. They're like step cousins. They're not even sisters. They're not even first cousins. They're like third cousins. Okay, this eyebrow grows longer than this eyebrow. This eyebrow just grows more ferocious, just more out of control than this eyebrow. This eyebrow is very tamed, and this eyebrow is not. It's like my personality, tamed, and then me when I'm drunk, all over the place. So I'm just gonna do my eyebrows off camera because it takes me a good tweaking for me to get it right. But I'll be right back. Okay, so the brows are done. So I'm just gonna blend out my concealer now that I let it sit for a good minute. And the way I blend out my concealer is I use a brush and then I go over it with the beauty blender. So I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. foundation blurring brush just to blend out. I just want to keep as much coverage as I can with the concealer. That's why I'm using a brush. I just find it works better. Doesn't take up as much as the product, and I'm just gonna be like dabbing it. I'm not gonna be really swiping. I'm gonna be dabbing while blending into the product. I have such bad cramps right now. And I'm just going over with the beauty blender just to make sure I minimize creasing as much as possible. Obviously I'm gonna get creasing. I don't have perfect under eyes. I do have some bags. Okay, it's part of life. So I just want to minimize it as much as possible. Now I'm gonna use the one size concealer just to highlight like I said I was doing. So I'm just gonna put some here, just a bit, because this concealer is very full coverage. Right here, and then a bit right here, because my mustache is showing through and that's not cute. Okay, I have to do my face shaving routine. I haven't done it. I usually do it in the beginning of the month. Okay, they're not twins, but they're definitely in the family, so let's just make it count. So now I'm just gonna blend out this concealer, and I'm gonna use the brush once again. I want to keep as much coverage as I can. Okay, and I'm gonna go over the beauty blender just to work the product into my skin. And I'm actually going to use some setting spray just to set it. Before I set it with powder and everything else and add another layer, I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I'm running out of setting spray. The reason I set my face with setting spray before even putting powder or anything on it is because if you want your product to last throughout the day, use setting spray before using powders and everything else, just to be able to lock it in. And then after, towards the end, you're gonna use setting spray again. So we're locking it in twice just to have it maintain throughout the day, throughout the night. We don't want to keep having to do touch-ups. You don't want to look musty throughout the day. You don't want to look like it's breaking apart. You want to look put together all day. So that's what that's gonna accomplish. Now I'm just gonna set my under eyes, and I'm gonna set it with, I have the Laura Mercier, or I have the Veil Hourglass powder. I'm gonna use the Veil one. So we're just gonna take a bit, and we're not gonna bake. Like I said, I have very dry under eyes. I have very dry skin, and if I bake, it's just gonna look nasty. It's gonna look flaky. It's not gonna look natural, you know? So I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna set around my nose with a little bit more powder, and then under my eyes. Just, you see, like I'm blending it into the skin. I'm gonna take the leftover powder, put it on this brush, kind of tap off a little bit of the excess, and just set the rest of my face by buffing the setting powder into it. Now I'm doing this so I could set the bits of concealer and of course my foundation that I put on without having to add on a powder. So I'm minimizing the amount of product I'm putting on my face just so it can look less cakey. And I'm just gonna go with my Carly Bible and her Il Maquillage collab. I love this product, okay? This product has been so good to me. Can't complain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bronzer, and I'm gonna take some of the highlighter, but mostly the bronzer, tap off the excess. I'm gonna like rub in some of it in the back of my hand just to be able to disperse the product evenly throughout the brush, and then I'm just gonna go on and bronze up my face. I'm not gonna go too heavy with the bronzer, but I want to bring some color right back to my face. So yeah, this product is so good. It just blends out easily, doesn't leave any harsh lines. I am using her brush as well that she sold with the collab, which works wonders. And I love the highlighter, not the highlighter per se, this one, I'm not really a highlighting person, but the bronzer, the baked bronzer, I'm obsessed with it. It just gives me that glow that looks like it's coming within. Each time I wear it, someone compliments me and they're like, you're glowing, and I'm like, yes I am, yes I am, and it's thanks to Carly Bible and Il Makiage. I'm gonna take the same palette and I'm gonna take her blush brush, and I'm just gonna use the blush that comes in the palette. She did a full face type of palette, which I love, and I'm just gonna put it above the apple of the cheeks. I'm not gonna put it so much towards the inside of my face. I'm gonna keep it on the outer. I think that's perfect. Just through my nose. Looking cute. I've done my foundation, I've done concealer, I've set my face, I've done bronzer, some blush. Now all that's left is, because I already have extensions, I have lash extensions, so I don't have to put mascara, I don't have to worry about that. We're gonna go with the Carly Bible Il Makiage in the shade Luna with her lip liner, and we're just gonna go for nude lip. Okay, nude lips are in, it's always gonna be in, you can never go wrong. My bottom lip is bigger than my upper lip, but when I do lip liner, it kind of evens it out, and I don't even overline as much. But I do add gloss because I'm a gloss type of gal. I'm gonna use my fancy lip gloss just to add some shine. This lip color though, wow, my lips look good. Just gonna add it in the middle and kind of work the product into my lips. There you go, we have a nude glossy lip. It's just a vibe, it really is. I'm just gonna set my face now. I'm gonna use the Anastasia setting spray. I'm running out of this as well, like smells like coconuts. Let me tell you, people were talking about Mercury retrograde, and I didn't believe in it until I realized that everyone else was getting their ass kicked just as me. So I don't know if it really was Mercury retrograde or it's me. I was going through my mental phase where I was just feeling like complete crap. But it's nice to know I wasn't alone in feeling that way, and it wasn't just me overreacting and me just getting in my head thinking nothing's good enough. So I don't know, maybe I gotta look more into the astrology concepts, because clearly it has a lot to do with it. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just wanna relate to other people. Who knows? Give me a second, let me put my nose piercing back in. Okay, this is the final look. I'm actually feeling myself a lot. Like, I feel like myself. I feel like that girl once again. I don't know, like, I love when I'm natural. I love when I just got my hair all crazy and I'm comfortable, but just glamming yourself up just makes you feel like that bro. Like, I know I was feeling like my products were not working for me before. Maybe it was just me. I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't really feeling myself. I wasn't really doing it the right type of way. But today, those products did not disappoint. I'm super happy with how my makeup came out today. Like, I feel like a brand new woman. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just rambling on and using my, I could officially say, my old time favorite products, and they still work like no day has passed. Like, they are still it. They are still bomb. 10 out of 10. Still recommend these products. Listen, I get it, we're gonna be changing products up, we're gonna be switching our routine up, but sometimes getting back into the basics ain't so bad. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content, you want to see me grow as a content creator. Feel free to comment anything you would like to see in the future, and let me know what you guys thought about this video. Thank you for watching. Bye, sunshine.